Today we're back looking at more cheaters who got called out on TikTok.
One time, my boyfriend was logged into his Snapchat on my phone because his phone was broken. And I woke up in the middle of the night and I grabbed my phone and I went to my Snapchat and I just started opening things. And it took me like 3 seconds to realize this is not my Snapchat. Those are. So I went to the kitchen and I filled up a pitcher of really cold water. And then I brought it to the bedroom and I poured it directly into his mouth while he was sleeping. And then I made him leave. Another time, my baby daddy, I went through his phone and I showed him what I found on his phone. And he took his phone and he deleted it right in front of me. And then he was like, "What are you talking about? Where?" I took his phone back to look, and when I realized it wasn't there, I placed it in the garbage disposal.
Damn, double homicide. Her baby daddy and her boyfriend were both cheating on her. Always have evidence and keep the receipts. I screenshotted on my ex's phone and sent them to myself and friends so we couldn't gaslight. That's a thing that happens, you know, people are caught cheating and try to gaslight you into thinking you're crazy like they didn't do it. A lot of times I always get families and friends involved, like I've seen that online. I've seen times when couples have had a bit of a falling out and then all their friends get involved and it's like a full-on drama on Facebook. I don't look for anyone's phone PTSD. See, that's why I'm scared of doing it. If I ever do get into a relationship, by the way, I've never had a boyfriend, but I'm scared of going through their phone just out of curiosity and finding out they cheated on me. Like, that's a real fear.
If you really pay attention, you will realize that men tell on themselves all the time. This is how I found out I was getting cheated on. I was in a long distance relationship with this guy who was my boyfriend at the time, definitely an ex now, and we planned to go on a cruise together. So we flew out separately from our cities. But he wound up missing his flight because he bleached his hair to a crisp, like it was breaking off. Luckily, he made his flight the next day and we were able to board our cruise. The cruise was so much fun. I was so sad when the cruise was over, but of course, all good things come to an end, and we had to get back to reality and fly back home to our respective states. I spent my entire flight looking through all of our pictures we took together, and I was just really sad to be going home without him. As we were descending, I got a load of text from him and I instantly knew that something was off. He was basically freaking out, saying that some crazy girl was going to DM me and make all these claims, but none of them are true. And at this point, Instagram was that girl and I was getting hundreds of messages a day. My Wi-Fi kept on cutting in and out while I was searching for this DM, but I finally found it. The girl was basically saying that she had been seeing my ex and that they were just together, and as a matter of fact, he asked her to pick him up from the airport that evening. She said that she turned him down because she found out about me and that he had a girlfriend. But I was really skeptical of her claims because my ex had a tendency to post everything like as he was doing it, so everybody knew his business. Of course, I DM'd her back asking for proof, and she sent me screenshots and a bunch of other things, but of course I was still in denial because I really wanted to believe my man over a stranger. My ex was so embarrassed that he fried his hair. That was the one thing that he did not put on social media. Like, he didn't want anybody to know. So when she mentioned that she was with him the day he missed his flight, helping him with his hair and putting coconut oil in it, I knew that she was telling the truth. This man came in the morning of our cruise reeking like coconut oil, and I even asked him, like, how do you know about coconut oil? And he was like, oh, my barber told me to use it. And I swear to you, I would have never seen that DM if he did not tell me about it. He was trying to get ahead of the game, but instead he played himself in the worst way possible. But there is so much more to the story, so let me know if you want a part 2.
I want part 2, but we don't have it. But do you want to know something? She said something very smart there. A lot of the times whenever someone gives you a warning about something, they do that because they know it's bad. And yet again, if he never texted her about it, she would never find out. That can happen with many situations. You know, something happens and then in the moment you freak out and make it a lot worse than what it actually is. I don't know why, but I always believe the other woman instantly. I'm with you, but then I'm also against you. Because put it this way, they could be lying, but then why would they message you if they were lying? Like, that doesn't really happen. I don't know. It's just like, oh, it's iffy. It's like you don't want to believe it, but 9 times out of 10 it probably is true. It's rare that a woman goes out of her way to reach out to the other woman. Like, it feels so degrading for it, so I usually choose to believe the girl. Exactly. It's like, why would they lie about it? They've got no reason to lie about it. Most of the times they're telling the truth, and yet again, like, whenever you see that message, you don't want to believe it. It's like, obviously look at your partner, you're like, oh my god, they're so lovely, they're beautiful, they're amazing, they're the best person ever, and then they'll be having an affair behind your back.
There's not a cheating story in the world that will ever top this one. And the worst part is that I found out that he was cheating by accident. So I was seeing this guy and we were getting pretty serious. Let's call him Jake. Jake was an absolute sweetheart. He would text me every morning and tell me how excited that he was to see me.
Sometimes guys who seem really, really nice aren't that nice. It's a personality and like a front they put on. They've got two personalities, the fake one and then the real one.
I always tried calling him, but he only preferred text and hated talking on the phone, which I thought was pretty strange. I should have known that it was a big red flag, but it was a blessing that helped me in the long run catch him. So one morning I got a regular text from Jake, but it was strange because it was a group text and he never sends me group texts. And it said, "Hey babe." My heart starts pounding really fast, but then I try to calm myself down and I'm like, okay, maybe he meant to send it to his guy friends as a joke. Then I started looking at everyone in the group chat and y'all, that's when I knew. Every single person in that chat was a girl. Yep, these girls were his side chicks.
In a group chat?
To my stomach and I felt like throwing up. I mean, I couldn't believe it. When you think you know someone so well and then in an instant, that's just all thrown away. But I couldn't just sit there and cry. So I decided to text him back because I felt like it would be so rude of me to leave him on red in the group chat. I played it cool. I acted like one of his side chicks that didn't know there was a group chat. I was like, "Hey baby, love our date last night." Girl, the drama unfolded. Oh my gosh, when I tell you that the girls in that group chat were going off. Sure, it gets crazier because when the girls were going off in the group chat, I wanted to formally introduce myself. I was like, "Hey girls, this is Jake's girlfriend, so nice to meet you." Or should I say, meet you, because it was over text. Let me tell you, after I texted that, the shock in that chat was palpable. Jake was freaking out, and the girls were just as furious as I was, rightfully so. And guess what Jake decides to do? Jake decides to call me. So he calls me, obviously I don't answer, and then he texts me, "I can explain." All the girls, including me, left the group chat. And one of the girls in that group chat actually started a new group chat with all of us. So clearly we all became best friends after that. Girls, I'm telling you that sometimes the smallest red flags can mean so much more than they seem.
And that is why you always trust your gut. If you see a red flag, don't ignore it. So did that guy have like a group chat with loads of girls he was like seeing behind her back? These people are able to get into one relationship and then start multiple behind their partner's backs. I can't even get into one. How did you know the numbers were all girls? Probably from their profile pics. That's how I'm assuming. I mean, I think it was something like that. And I also think that maybe he sent a message and it went to all of them in a group chat. I don't know. Either way, Jake shot himself in the foot.
Hey guys, let's get ready and I'm gonna tell you about the one of the many times that I caught my ex-boyfriend cheating. I think I was a junior in high school at this time and I think we were dating for about 2 years. So I went to a super small high school and I was on the soccer team and that was kind of like how you found your friends. I mean small, I mean like literally like 60 kids in a grade. Like it was ridiculous. And so I got super close with a bunch of people that were older than me. And how it worked, it's like almost like you found like your big sister on the soccer team. And so I found my big sis and I had a boyfriend at the same time. So I went to her with like whenever I had any troubles or anything because, you know, I looked up to her. She ended up breaking up with her boyfriend because they were having problems. No, whatever, like who cares? Like everyone breaks up in high school, like that is literally insane. At this point, I'm kind of getting weirded out because her ex-boyfriend like starts hitting me up and I'm like, this is weird because I have a boyfriend and he knows that. And he also knows that I'm friends with his ex. Also, she was friends with my current boyfriend because, you know, we all went to the same school. Like we were all friends. I was like, you know, whatever, it's fine. And they ended up having the same free bell. Like, I don't know if you go to high school, like we had free bells where we could basically do whatever we wanted. Flash forward, a couple months go by, literally nothing's wrong. Me and my ex, we were like having a jolly good old time. And I ended up going to one of like my first like parties. This is when it gets good. I'm there and so is my best friend's ex-boyfriend. So he comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, I really need to talk to you." I thought he was coming up to me to like flirt with me or say some weird shit, but no. Because you know how your boyfriend and my ex have the same free bells? And I'm like, yeah, of course. Why? He goes, they've been going out during the free bells and in their car. I repeat, my best friend at the time and my boyfriend were having sex in a car when I was in class. Yeah. I called him and confronted him and he did what he did best, and that was deny and lie. I did the only thing I knew what to do, in a party setting, so I took a Four Loko and chugged the whole entire thing. Let's just say that didn't go over too well, and I ended up getting alcohol poisoning, and my phone died, and I was out missing for the whole entire night. My mom had no idea. So I came home with my friend in the morning, obviously like debilitating. I couldn't move, I couldn't talk. It was the worst experience of my entire life. And then I told my mom what had happened. The woman was so mad at me, but so like sad for me at the same time. I really don't miss high school at all. Yep, that's a story time about how I got cheated on and then gave myself alcohol poisoning. I'll see you guys.
Oh my god, that was a proper traumatic video. Yet again, you always do have to keep an eye out for everyone, including family members and best friends. And look at her, she's so beautiful, like she's genuinely stunning. It just shows you that anyone can get cheated on, the most ugly people in the world and the most beautiful people. Did you ever confront her? Yes. I want to know what she said, because the lever went one of two ways. She admitted to it, or she just cried her way out of it. And I'm assuming she's probably cried and lied about it. It's always the best. See, that's why you always have to keep an eye out. You know, you literally can't trust anyone. I would never ever get with anyone that my friends were with. That's just scummy in my opinion. Even if they like had a small fling and like they were really attractive, I wouldn't go there. Like it's not, it's been like infected by my friend, not in like a bad way, just like I don't want to touch stuff that they've touched. But you know, there's some weird people out there who'll just go behind your back and like take your exes. It's weird.
I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, Summer, why have you lived 1,000 lives? And I'm going to say, because I have. So basically, I worked for a lift company, like elevators, yeah? So if you're stuck in a lift and you press the button, then I'd answer the phone and be like, keep calm, take a breath, do you know what I mean? So I worked in a big office of women, and there was like a different office, but still the same company upstairs. And a woman in my office, we'll call her Sally, she was having it off with one of the men upstairs, and they'd always sneak off to like out the back and kiss and cuddle and walk, stuff like that. And she was married and so was he.
Ooh.
So it was the office drama, right? It was the office talk. But it'd been going on for a while, and she was just talking about it openly, like she didn't give a shit. I don't know what she had kids and everything.
Oh.
But yeah, whatever. But basically, does anyone remember that prank call app where you can put anyone's number in and the app will call the person and you can select what prank call you want them to receive? And it's like different ones, like, oh, you're getting with my husband, what the hell? Or like, your car's been towed, not your toe's been carded. And so I decided it'd be really funny if I did the cheating one on the woman that was getting with the man upstairs. I don't know why I thought that was funny. I was 20. So there was like 3 of us that knew about it in the office, and I was like, right, should I do it on her now? Like, should I do it on Sally? Because I'd done it to a few people, so it wasn't like I was singling her out. I just thought it would be funny.
Do you?
So anyway, we're all sitting there waiting for her to answer the call. She answers it, and obviously there's like a voice recording on the other end saying, who is this? I've seen your number on my husband's phone. And we're all watching Sally answer the phone and react to it, right? Because we're sitting right next to her in the office. So she's like, who is this? Who is this? Like, she's panicking. And I'm sniggering. I think it's hilarious. I'm, you know, ha ha. Anyway, she gets off the phone and she's like, what the hell was that? Like, she's telling us about it. And we're all going, what? This is out of order, isn't it? But anyway, I ring her again. She answers it. Same conversation again. But this time she hangs up and she's starting to panic. Because she actually thinks that the man she's getting with's wife has found out about their cheating scandal and she's contacted her. So she's panicking. She's ready to call the man upstairs or call him to come down so she can tell him that his wife knows. And I'm like, shit, now I'm going to have to tell her that it's me and she's going to say, what the f***? So anyway, I had to say it, didn't I? And I said, listen, Sally, stop. It's just a prank call, like... And she started crying.
Why did you tell her?
She started crying. I felt so bad. Obviously, I don't know, do I feel bad? Because she was getting with someone's husband.
Don't
she
feel
was
bad.
Cheating. No, I do feel bad, but I actually think it made her realise what she was doing, because she burst into tears and she was like, guys, I'm not actually pissed off. I've just realised like how deep it is what I'm doing. She was like, so I need to stop. And we were like, oh God, this is much deeper than we thought it was going to be. But yeah, you're right, you should. She stopped getting with him after that. So I basically saved her marriage and the man upstairs.
And you also saved her kids' lives from literally being ruined from mummy and daddy breaking up. Do you want to know something? I love that. That's evil, but it's also funny. But why did you tell her it was you? You should have went along with the prank and genuinely made her believe it was his wife. Sorry, Sally, it's just a prank call. My toxic trait is that I wouldn't have admitted it was me. Exactly, like put it this way, if they're literally going at it during the break time, they can get screwed. They can go get screwed and screw each other. Well, anyways, guys, that's some cheaters who got called out. If you want to see me look at more cheaters, let me know, definitely will. Press the big red subscribe and see you all tomorrow for another video.